Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it's lens time, and it's showtime. Dramatic. Hi, guys. Back again. Not playing 33 tonight. I have reasons. I will share them. Primary reason? Well, I have 5 gold. My friend and mod, Vorpine, has been playing. He actually saw me playing on the New Year's Eve, and it gave him impetus to start a second game. He played up to day 16 previously, and had, sort of gotten frustrated because he didn't feel he was making a whole lot of progress, and there's a lot of random involved, so that's understandable. He's currently up to like day 15 in the second game. He's having just a blast. He's absolutely ripping through the game, which sounds like, well, he's almost done. No. Let's see. Trading post and tool shed. Well, we'll take the tool shed. There's a couple of objects. Try and get our bearings back again. We'll get the metal detector. And the watering can. When you enter a green room, you can use one of your 3 doses of water to turn it into a gem. Hey, Vorp. And so I've been watching Vorp as he's been playing. He's been streaming it to Discord with an occasional bit of commentary. Your odd, very small hint. I wanted to play some more, so here we are. I am on day 14. I have 5 as my allowance Vorp. 1 went into the pool. You'll note I do not have the foundation yet. Vorp went through some, let's call them interesting gymnastics to get it and remove it. Something I didn't think was possible and was wrong. It's possible. I have the shovel in the coat check. I'm going to go ahead and grab the shovel. Bing! I could check the metal detector, but that would be silly. Went from 1 to 2 to 0. That is correct. That actually occurred. He had 1 foundation. Well, actually, he went from 0 foundations to 1 foundation to 2 foundations, which is 1 more foundation than you're supposed to have, to 0 foundations. Good evening to you, your dudeness. I'm not high, but I'm hoping to get there. All right. Aha! Metal detector has detected. Where is it? There it is. A coin. That is an icon that I do not recognize. Oh! That is, I'm assuming, a mug all afoam with beer or ale. Well, we have the bedroom. The parlor. Well, I think the parlor will be my choice. And I have 2 keys in here now, not just 1. And the magnifying glass, which clearly they have misnamed. It should say magnifying lens. It would be real easy for someone to miss that, though, because it looks like it's in place where it was. Okay, it's still tinking. There's also a gold on the floor. All right, let's see. The gems are in a box with the statement containing the letter B. They all have B's. So this is true. Because they all have B's, that's got to be true. The blue box is true. That one is also true, because we know that that's true. The black box is false. The gems are in the box with a statement containing the letter U. That has a U. That has a couple of U's. There is no U in that one. So they're in the one that doesn't contain a U, so it should be here. It's just science. Well, it's logic, which is math includes logic as part of its overall domain. Math is also part of the sciences. So, in fact, it was science. How's your week going so far? Oh, your dudeness. Victoria Yard. A watering can. I will get a gem out of this. It will cost me a gem, but it will give me a gem. And it has multiple doors. We like multiple doors around here. The watering can waters my gem to give me too. It's an upgraded corridor, or possibly an upgraded something yard. It is an upgrade, yes. Also in here, the hammer. We are off to an excellent start today. We got some dirt piles. Couple of coins. And there's a gold near a couple more gold. We're off to an excellent start. We've got 3 doors still available to us, the same number we started. Secret passage is always good, but den is really solid as well. He said to himself. Let's go with the den. Another gem awaits. A new life awaits you on the off-world colonies. A chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure. That's a movie. Alright, mailroom. My package has been delivered. There will be no commentary about my package, okay? We're going to take the mailroom. The compass, the coupon book, and 2 keys. Compass. Coupon book. And my first 2 keys of the day. The fake code. If you press any button, press a blue next to a red to activate purples, right? Okay. Hopefully that will arrive at some point. Where I can, well, if I get it, I can activate it. The commissary, the dining room, and the chapel. Now, the chapel and dining room both connect up with the hallway below. The commissary does not. Sadly, neither the chapel nor the dining room is open on the west side. So I don't actually gain anything by going with the chapel or the dining room. Dining room unless I get to rank 8, at which point it gives an extra 20 steps. Commissary, I have a good amount of gold. We can probably buy something useful in there. And it will give us a north-facing door. We already have 2 entrances to the one to the south, so that doesn't matter. To the square to the south. So I can get 4 keys. 1 special key, I assume. Or the upgrade disc. Oh, a set of gems. 4 gems. So I can get 4 gems or a key. Can't afford the upgrade disc. I'm going to go with the gems. And it cost one less because I have coupon book. I can get another gem for a cost of 2 because of the coupon book, so I will. You'd have saved for the disc. Certainly a reasonable approach. Yeah, I think you'll notice you and I tend to approach the game slightly differently. I can't say either one is better, but obviously mine is. Spare green room. Well, the spare green room is a green room, which means watering can. 8 gems. Well, I can certainly be spendthrifty to some degree. With my gems. Kitchen is of no use because I don't have any gold to spend on food. Although that does have a right hand turn, but I can go also with the chapel. Chapel doesn't cost me anything because I don't have a gold to lose. Lone Star Wolf. Good evening. Nice to have you back again. It's nice to have each and every one of you back again, with the possible exception of Forb, you know. Wonder what game is on the disc. The upgrade disc upgrades one of your rooms to do something different. Ooh, a patio. That's the Irish girl, patio furniture. Either the pantry or the patio is good. The patio is going to spend out. It's actually one of 17 discs. That one is Wing Commander Disc 9. Thank you. This is going to spread gems in each green room and cost a gem. So we also get an apple for a couple of extra footsteps. There's the gem. Plus we've got piles of dirt. Oh, and we have the watering can. Which sounds... I'm not going to tell you what that sounded like. I don't think you need to... you can figure that out. We have a turnip for another 6 footsteps. I can smell a bricked run in the near future because things are going so good. An old shoe. Aha. Screw it. I'm going to use it early. What the hell? Live. I like to say, especially when I can get a key in here. Now, I assume it's telling me about the one key. No, it is not telling me just about the one key. We also have a gold. Wing Commander was only 2 discs. I can't remember. All right, that one's locked. We have another entrance to that one. Had a bunch of full motion video. That took up a bunch, yeah. And there went that gold I just got. Don't be locked. You know, that's just rude. Well, we're gonna open it. Okay. We have the observatory, but that'll be a dead end. We don't like dead ends around here. The drawing room. We like the drawing room. Yes, it did have Mark Hamill, and it also had a female adult actress. Amber something, I think. Oh, it had Mark Hamill for sure. That's one of the reasons why Mark Hamill is back for Star Citizen. Is because that's another Chris Roberts project. That was Wing Commander 3 was the first one that had her in it? I do not recall. This is almost certainly locked. It's not locked. It's not locked. And it's security. Security! There is something in here. It's a coin. Okay, welcome to the Mount Holly security system. Have I missed any? I missed 2 gems somewhere. Oh, they probably appeared in rooms that I'd already been in when I activated, what was it? The veranda or whatever it was. So I probably didn't miss those. If I happened to be going back to the rooms, I could easily find them. Keycard system. System settings. We want to set that to low. At least until we get the key card. And we want to set the offline mode always to unlocked. And also want to log into the network. Close your eyes. Spoiler. Ginger. It was not Amber something. It was Ginger Allen, I think. I will check. Thank you. Staff services. Special orders. I would like to place a special order. What would you like to order? Always, I gotta say, I do like the shovel. I think we have to log out and then back in. We'll find out if Vorp is correct and has saved me a silliness. He has saved me a silliness. Thank you, Vorp. See, that's the kind of helpful hint, for the most part, that I have been giving Vorp in his playthrough. Is if I catch something that he has clearly missed that is not like a puzzle-based thing. Yes, I must have. Get back by mistake. It's locked. Stupid door. Alright, and this one, possibly locked as well, but we do have a couple of doors still in the early parts. I think they both go to the same place, actually. I don't think we want nursery, because that's a dead end. How about the boudoir? We have a gem. Don't be locked. Yay. Ooh. Okay, that one, those two are both dead ends because they lead to a wall. Secret passage is not. Ginger Lynn Ellen played Rachel Coriolis. Rachel's a perfectly reasonable name. Coriolis is a last name, is something that a juvenile would come up with. It's a word I know that sounds cool. It's going to be secret passage. From a color of my choice. Yeah, she was a mechanic, exactly. Made suggestive comments about missile pay. I don't remember that part. Let's see. I don't think we want a hall, because a hall, in the best case, just goes to a probable, but not necessarily a dead end. Bedroom, red room, no. I don't have enough gold for that. I think it's my sort of default, which is the green rooms. I normally either choose screen or hallway. I didn't think that one could be locked. I was wrong. Alright, so we have basically 2 rooms. We have that room, and hopefully that room will have options for us. Yeah, we can go all the way. Yeah, take my gold, you bastards. I should have been checking for the two missing, the two gems I missed. Well, there's one. The other one is probably was in the patio, I'm guessing. Or the spare green room. Might have been the spare green room. Not worth turning around for, unless I run out of gems before I run out of rooms. A little dubious that's going to occur. We have the lab or the closet. Now, either way, we have a north, so it's better to take something useful here. Ooh, the lab, though. That's two objects. I need keys. Got a chance to get a key out of there. The lab would be useful, maybe if I get lucky, for like adding a little something. Like an allowance piece. I'm going to go with the closet. A key in something, please. Or, you know, 2 keys is better. I will also point out that one of them is the silver key. That was really good to get 2 keys out of that, particularly one of them being the silver key. Hey, Nod Knox, how you doing? And good morning, early morning or late night to you, right? Yeah, early morning. Right, well, we have a couple keys, but we are already here, so I see no reason. Ooh, that does remind me, Lens, check something at the end of the day. That's a good idea, Lens. Thank you, Lens. Well, we don't want either of those two because those dead end us. Remember Biff from Back in the Future playing a pretty big role, too? I'm not sure. It's been too long. And too many vodkas. Passageway. I've got gems. I don't want to say coming out of my ass because that would be biologically unlikely or, at the very least, uncomfortable. We have the pool. Corridor is okay. Bedroom is not. The pool's not bad. Adds locker room, sauna, and pump room. To delay today's. On the other hand, the corridor, always left unlocked, but that's better to keep in the pool for later. Sorry, the room pool, not the pool pool. Possible that didn't make a lot of sense, but that's fine. We'll go in with the pool. Bad, and middle of the night you should be sleeping, but fell asleep 20 minutes around 10 p.m. and can't sleep now. Yeah, I was yesterday. I think yesterday I woke up after 4 hours of sleep, tossed and turned for an hour unsuccessfully, got up, and later got 2.5 hours of nap in, which is a solid nap, but that's still not a full day's sleep. And so that's why I did Guild Wars 2 last night, because I didn't have enough brain to do 33, Expedition 33. And tonight I'm enjoying leisure beverages. So I wanted to play this because Vorp's been playing it. I've been looking over his shoulder, and now I wanted to play it again. So far in Expedition 33, I'm 4 hours in. It's a mixed bag. I would say overall it's positive, but it has a couple of features that I really, really dislike. And hopefully the things that I like will outweigh the things that I dislike over time. I certainly understand why people like it. It's beautiful. It is extremely... the craftsmanship, visually, music, all of that is top-notch. And it has some very solid dev ideas. The E33 combat, you see, that's, for me, the biggest thing. Is the real-time, reaction-based, Twitch-based, especially the defense. That's the big thing. If I stop playing it, that's the most likely thing to stop me in playing it. Is I find that kind of thing frustrating. There's a reason that I don't play the Dark Souls games. And it's because I'm old and Twitch-based gaming is not something I do very good. Now, granted, it's really not Twitch-based. A lot of what goes on in Souls-like games is tactics. It's sort of slow action rather than fast action. But in this particular case, it is learning the patterns and the timing and clicking on timing, and I'm not a fan of timing games. So, if I don't continue playing, the most likely culprit will end up having been the timing-based parrying specifically. Turn-based stuff I'm absolutely great with. I like the implementation on how your character skills up. That looks good. The skills look good. But the time-based parrying, for a long time, it was going to be an absolute deal breaker, and that's why I didn't buy it for a while. Vorp here, my mod, convinced me to go ahead and try it for a couple hours, and if I don't like it, I just refund it in Steam. I liked it enough that I didn't refund it. 4 hours in, I probably will be playing on Thursday again. From what I had seen so far of the Pictos, I don't remember specifically what the Lumina was. The Picto system is a perfectly fine one, but again, I'm not that deep in. I mean, I just got to the Indigo Tree, or just past it. I had just done a little bit of the traveling cross world through the world map. It's as far as I'd gotten for the first time. So I am a deliberate player. He means slow. I mean slow. Late game, the Pictos, I mean, that's the kind of thing that does interest me about the game. That the Pictos get bonkers with combos. That's exactly the kind of stuff that is really in my wheelhouse. I'm going to go with Darkroom here. Lights out, everybody. Right. We're going to choose one randomly. Because we've got gems, I'm going to go with whatever the hell the gem one is. It's the nursery. More steps. 5 steps. This is the first time I've had the nursery on this run, I believe. So, we have a gem and the red prince. Not the blue prince, the red prince. By Marion Marigold, that is the mother of our character in game. I don't think I've ever magnifying glass or magnifying lens the Blueprints book before. Because mostly, well, it is, simple drawings for a kid's book. But sometimes details are hidden away. We've seen it in other places in the game where unobvious stuff is there. And it can be significant. One of the good things about the game is a lot of times there are multiple paths to the same end point. You love the Wing Commander games and Privateer. You've been waiting 12 years for them to release Star Citizen. My opinion about Star Citizen when it came out, as I said, when it was announced, was that sounds like that could be really great. I'll have to wait and see, and I'll wait for it, hopefully. Yeah. If you've ever read about what happened with Privateer, I think it was Privateer, where in essence, Microsoft had to fire him so they could release the game because it was continually just adding features. And it's the same features kind of thing that you see with Star Citizen. Let's see. Oh, that's not the same. The prince had a love for all things red. Is that yesterday's page? No. One of the earlier pages. Starlancer, that was it. Yeah, my mistake. At least I think it was. But it was definitely Chris Roberts and his inability to make a game. Not that he can't make good stuff, But when you give him, oh, I don't know, free reign to keep raising money, he will keep moving the goalposts. I think we got everything out of here. So, I'm going to go all the way down here to the passageway so I don't have a random choice coming out of the dark room. Need to start a petition to change it to magnifying lens and send it to the devs. I would be down with that. I believe magnifying lens is the European usage as well, and as a European developer. Now, in my case, it's because the first game that ever really MMO that really hooked me was Star Wars Galaxies. My first character was named Lens Lark, named after a character from a book. Jack Vance's The Star King is the first time it's mentioned. The book that's specifically about that character is Jack Vance's The Face. And so Lens became my default name in other games. And when I started writing a blog about 13 years ago, I was writing a blog during the beta for Guild Wars 2. It was magnifying lens on MMOs. You see, it's like a magnifying glass, then it's large. Only if it complains randomly every time you use it. That's mean, Vorp, okay? That's mean. It's not inaccurate, but it is mean. I think we're going to have to go with the corridor because the other two dead end. And the controls need to be entirely controller-centric, and the UI for it is awful. That is true, if we're talking again about 33. That is another issue for me, is that I'm not very good with a controller. I'm not comfortable with it. Used to be really good with a controller. Sega Genesis days. We're using the magnifying lens. Now you're just pissing me off. Why do you have to be the way that you are? We have a locker room. Spread keys throughout the house. Yes, please. All right, is it a coin tick? We've got keys spread throughout the house. Our odds have gone significantly better now. And now they haven't. Wah, wah. Now things are a little dicier than they were. Okay, we're almost entirely out of doors. I have no need specifically for the steps because it looks like this run is not going to go on too terribly much longer. The pump room is very cool. In fact, I probably should mess with the pump room a little. I'm going to mess with the pump room just enough to preempt something to spoil it for Vorp. No keys in here, you bastards. So, we want to move some water. I did not pull the kitchen today. No. Let's see. Greenhouse and pool. The pool can be raised. The greenhouse has a water level? I don't think I'd ever noticed that before. I know the pool. I will not tell you what is at the bottom of the pool, but you can move that. You can move the water around between the locations and these two partially filled tanks. And if you've got power, I believe you can also add them in here. So let's see. I think we'd rather lower. Interesting. Let's see. That way, yes. Okay. That took water from the kitchen, which is not what I wanted. Ah, I didn't do it. Went the wrong way there too. Okay, we got this. We'll drain as much of the aquarium as we can into there. We'll go around behind. Swap the stopcock. I know, dirty. Okay, that didn't work the way quite the way I expected it to. No, that's right. It's correct. I misthunked. If I'm thinking correctly now, which is unlikely, granted. No. Stopcock. I have the wrong one? I have the wrong one. Because I am a glorious dope. That should be the kitchen filling up. Do we have enough water? We're one short on water. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? No. Seriously? I just want one more in the kitchen. Is that so much to ask for? Okay, I think I've got it. This goes to here. And we need, say, that one, number 2, the reservoir. Fill up that one. I'm figuring out. Close that. Put that back in neutral. The kitchen is now full. I know it does something when you have water to the kitchen. I just don't remember what it does. I watched someone else do it. I don't think I ever did it. Anyway, we got the pump room. It's a meaningless accomplishment, but it means everything to me. We've got a tink, presumably another key, that just got randomly distributed. Basically, it allows you to move the water around to the various places. We are a bit low on steps, so... We also, I believe, are completely low on doors, having just 2 of them. And we're going to have to travel through some rooms, and hopefully we'll get some more keys along the way. All right, so we need to go up to the den and then turn left. No key in here. No key in here. So mean. Oh, that was a wasted step. Straight on through to security. Oh, I haven't been getting any more keys. That's not making me happy. We have one door here. I'm going to use a regular key. And our run is almost done. Not quite done. Okay. The observatory. Because otherwise the run is done. Vorp is a little more studious about going over things with the mouse than I am. And so he's found a couple things I never found. All right, we have four stars, which gives us a gem, and 2 stars, which adds a pair of chests to the entrance hall. Nothing else I can. This is probably locked. It is. We're not dead yet. I think I'll go for a walk. We're going to go with the lab. Yes, it would. If I had gotten the dining room, I would have 20 more steps waiting for me. If I get the dining room, I get 20 more steps. Got that. Somewhat funereal music. Maybe it knows something I don't know. No, I didn't. Experiment set up. Continue with experiment. Every time you eat an apple, set your steps to 40. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, set your dice to 2. Whenever you draft an archive floor plan. I'm unlikely to run into any more apples or go to find the archives. So the only one that makes any sense is whenever I spend 2 gems on rooms, because I have enough gems where I can do that. Now, set my steps to 40 wouldn't be bad, but I'm not sure realistically I'm going to be able to use 40, whereas setting the dice to 2 will allow me to reroll. So I'm going to go with that. Now, if this one's locked, as it probably is, I'm going to use the silver key. That guarantees, well, mostly guarantees. It guarantees a room with a lot of doors. It is locked, I will use the silver key. The cloister will require 3, but I will get the coins. The weight room can go fuck itself. Pardon my French, it's the cloister. The cloister is a room. Experiment was successful. I now have 2 gems. Spoiler coming up. This was a room where I gave a small... we got a freaking card key door. Where I gave, as an example of a small clue, I gave a small clue to Vorp that you can get inside the concrete square around the statue inside the room. Took him about 10 minutes to find it. Wasn't an hour. It was 10, maybe 15 minutes. Now, it would have been a great troll if I'd been lying, but I was telling the truth, so I'm going to do it now. If you don't want the spoiler, close your eyes. and you gotta be at the right angle to get things to work. Okay. You can look now. We got some dirt piles. I got a coin. And a rusty nail. At least I didn't step on it. Tetanus is no joke, boys and girls. And an old tin can. The old tin can just ain't what it used to be. There's a note here for the groundskeeper, I think. Once again, we are down to our last room. Our last door. Oh, wait. Oh, we're screwed. We're done. Because I do not have the card key. And there are no... There's one more door. Okay, we're still pretty close to being screwed, though. Hey, look, guys. You're now watching a right-wing show. Ba-dum-bum. Hey, I got a dozen of them. We can re-roll the vault. I don't have the gems for the vault, having just spent them. Poultry. The pantry. The poultry will give me more money that I don't need. The billiard room might have the card key. That's the only thing I can think of. I could redraw, but I can't see my odds of getting a better shot. The billiard room has keys and could have the card key. Ready your math, boys and girls. +6 equals 6. All right, 3 squared, that's new, is 9. 3 + 1 is 4 squared, 16. 5 squared is 25, minus 20 is 5. Nope, 2 regular keys. I gave it a spin, you know. How many steps do we have? 16. Can we get back to the coat check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, we can get back. All right, so we're going to head south all the way down to the commissary. Am I headed south? I am headed south. And this is an example of I was thinking there had been another gem in here, but I'm not seeing it. All right. From here, we're just going all the way around the outside. Steps. 5. Oh, we do have 2 keys and 2 boxes. Oh, we don't even need the keys. Hammer time. The lockpick. That would not help with the card key door. The gods mock me. They mock me. All right, we'll check one thing before we run out of steps. What do we want it to be? Well, the thing is if it's in here until we get it again. I'm going to go with the watering can. It's not that useful, so it's sort of putting it aside here so we don't get that in lieu of something that is more useful. You could make a case for the coupon book as well. coupon book or watering can? I think the watering can. And you guys can't stop me from running. This is my house, mine. Or will be someday. We've got 3 of the 4 lights lit. Oh, fine. I'll call it a day. It's a garden villa. 29 total rooms. Reached rank 9. 81 steps. 8 items. 2 new rooms. And 1 sad streamer. A single tear runs down his cheek. Salty. All of your houses are tomorrow houses now, thanks to all of your hallways. Day 15, 8 a.m. You can tell this is a fictional game because I'm never awake at 8 a.m. That's a time in the morning for people who wanted to be awake at that time of the morning. We will make a wish. The old saying is if you wish in one hand and piss in the other, which gets full first? And the answer is if you wish for a handful of piss, they both come true at the same time. Wish you could sleep until 8 a.m. Understandable. I believe the schoolhouse is new. Also, I believe the schoolhouse will give me a pleasant surprise. Well, not me a surprise, because obviously I know it, because I've gotten this far before. Let's see. There's the letter up here, which is the farewell address from the schoolmaster. Oh, look, a pipe with a little stopcock. Well, let's reverse that and oh, did I turn it off? I turned it off. God damn it. I have had this before. Crap. I can't keep them all straight. How am I supposed to keep them all straight? That's a big ask. I'm old. By the time I get to the bathroom in the morning, I've forgotten whether I turned on the power to my computer. The answer is almost always yes, even though I can't remember. Library. How about the library? An apple a day. How about the pump system manual, since we just used the pump? Let's do a quick run up the stairs and see a status report on our run so far. Total time, 8 hours and 3 minutes. 7 hours of that was on New Year's Eve, I'll have you know. Just leave the computer running, problem solved. That's actually 2 problems solved because I won't have to turn on the heat in my place anymore. Total days, 15. Longest day, 1 hour, 12 minutes and 18 seconds. Vorp's longest day, what's it up to now? About 3 hours? Average day, 33 minutes. I've played it a lot. He is just really starting to get into the vibe of the game now. But I'm going to mock him mercilessly anyway. 55 keys, 104 gems, 128 gold, 5 allowance, 6 total stars. 364 rooms drafted. 34 bedrooms, 53 hallways, 25 green rooms. Wonder how many hallways you've got, Vorp. Your average is still close to 2 hours after 21 days. Probably closer to 90 minutes by now. Green rooms drafted 24, shops drafted 16, red rooms drafted 40, 9 billiards rooms solved, 9 billiard rooms, 9 dort boards solved. That's all of them. And all the parlors drafted I've solved. 4 upgrades, 3 red letters. My first claim ticket, coin purse. Top 3, coin purse, watering can. My favorite floor plans, security. Really, most of the time, you don't want to pass up security. My most drafted, den, hallway, and parlor. Most paid for, 13 gems in security. I'm on day 14, 15, I think. So in 13 out of the 15 days, I've gotten security. Courtyard, now is courtyard. It was, I think, courtyard before. Drawing room 10 times. Most time spent in security, the entrance hall, and the parlor. Contraptions I've made. The detector shovel, which is the shovel in the metal detector. And the power hammer, which is the sledgehammer, battery pack, and broken lever. Oops, did I? Metal detector, 10 gold paid in full. Largest purchase. Maybe one day, boiler room. Maybe. The nursery is second. Didn't I get the nursery? Yeah, I just got the nursery. The lavatory's been avoided. Hey, I know I've gotten the lavatory once, because remember that? I actually got 2 drops. There was like a key and a gem in there the first and only time I used it. I've reached first grade, guys. First grade. My first grade teacher was Mrs. Walters. All right, we're back in the library. We have another door. Let us open this door, which is a door. It's not a jar, it's a door. I don't have the gem for the classroom. We have the freezer, which will take all my gold and gems, but more importantly, won't allow me to get more gems or gold. So we will take the dove cut. Whenever you draw a dove cut, while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. I do not have the shovel any longer. This saddens me. All right, that loops right back to the entrance hall. The chapel is, I think, the only choice here. I'm going to steal one of my gold. But I'm not going to go in. I'm going to then loop around the other side. Not going to cost me much in the way of steps. The kitchen, the corridor, and the hallway. We'll take the hallway to open up an additional doorway channel, so to speak. Commissary, nook, or parlor. Well, those are all 3 perfectly fine choices. I have no gem. Do I want a key or 2 keys? No, that has 2 wind-up keys. That'll give me gems. Early on, I think I would like the 2 gems. I chose the 2 wind-up keys option here because in very, very later into the game, the logic puzzles get beyond fiendish. And at worst case, this gives you 2 choices. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. That has nothing. That has that. So this is false. That is neither true nor false, so this one must be true. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. What? I misread that. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. That is false. We now know that this is false, so it must be here. Really? Wow, so much for my smartassery. I have paid for my impertinence. That's impressive. I hope you're all impressed. I am depressed. That was the alcohol talking. I did play myself. You are entirely correct. As is tradition. Den. I have a gem. Yeah, this is a cursed run to start to a run for sure. Thank you, Forp. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks. He lies a lot, guys. Don't trust him. I'm going for the closet because I would like some items. A key and a sleep mask. On Earth, I'm nobody, but here, I'm Den. That's an old guy movie reference. Do I know what, though? I know you're going to mock me. I'm pretty sure that's a safe bet. If you took your advice and actually checked the wind-up key, you'd have your gems. That's a good point. All right, we're back facing north. The comments, these are 2 out of the 3 are dead ends. Well, we don't want the dead end. We don't have enough money for the commissary to be worth it. The lavatory is the shits. So we'll go with the bedroom. Coin purse. Nothing else here. Suppose you'd have to have drawn the cloakroom again. Yes. This is locked. Eat my shorts. Not you, guys. I don't want you eating my shorts. You don't want to eat my shorts. Nobody wants anything to do with my shorts. This is not going well today. Oh, I do have a gem now. We're going into the classroom. Yeah, so far this run is cursed. Got the apple for the teacher. Yay! More steps. Color worksheet. Fill in each object with the correct color. And this is to establish color associations between these icons and appropriate colors, which can be figured out by checking the grades on everyone's papers. They must really like red, because they painted all of the flags red. That's not helpful. They got 10 out of 12. Well, we know that blue one is wrong. And so that could be wrong. No, the blue one is wrong. And the chameleon is wrong, which means the flags are all correct. We have purple grapes, purple flag, orange flag, pumpkin, blue flag, water. We have red and the blue. No, those are blueprints. The flag is wrong. Water and the blueprints are blue. That is not correct. So the broccoli is, and then the red chameleon is not. It's child's play, really. 9 out of 10. So, definitely orange and orange, green and green. So the wrong ones are the blueprint, the chameleon, regardless, I have the notes written down somewhere already when I figured this out to my satisfaction. B plus 10 out of 12. Green and green, blue and blue, red and red, yellow and yellow. I'm guessing then that, because we saw in others that that was, I believe, orange. So I believe these two flags are reversed. Just doing a quick check. Vorp has been more exhaustive about this than I have, and he's caught a couple of things that I did. Another classroom. I don't have a gem for that one. We got the coat check. I can get the watering can back. We'll just go with darkroom. Darkroom will be exciting. Got a lot of steps. All right, we're going to go with darkroom. We're going to step in. Lights out. We're going to go back to the chapel and go through the two doors in the chapel. Because those we won't have to guess. We'll actually get to choose. And we could choose, for instance, if we get it. The utility room would be good. Have I summoned the utility room? No. Well, this is a dead end anyway. So we'll make it a dead end that gives us some stuff. I love gold. 10 gold. A gem. And a key. Or a key and a gem. The other thing we have down here is not quite a dead end. But nearly so. Yeah, take one of my gold, you. Security. Security is good. We're using our only gem again. We got the lockpicks at least. I need a refill. I'll be right back. And I'm back. As I threatened. Alright. Let's see what we've got. I have missed one coin somewhere. Unfortunate, but... Keycard system. System settings. Security level. Low. Offline mode. Unlocked. Back. Turn to the security menu. Log on to the network. Spoiler alert, close your eyes. I can't read if it actually says anything in that upper right-hand corner. Looks like there's a little note of some sort, like the name of the electronics equipment or something like that. Staff services, special orders, place a special order. What would we like to order? This shovel to me just seems like the overall, generally speaking, the winner. Approve order. Order accepted. The weight room. Lose half of our steps. Bag of detached male genitalia. We hate the weight room. We hate it so much. We don't want the watering can. We can afford to lose a couple steps every time we go into the gym because we'll only have to go into the gym maybe twice. So I believe you only lose half when you actually choose the weight room. Warp did an experiment on this the other day. You lose the half when you choose it, not when you step into it. You lose 2 when you step in here. But you lose half on the weightlifting room when you choose it. Well, that's the utility closet. We got 46 steps. I'm going to do multiple things. First of all, I'm going to turn the gym off. I will now not lose the 2 footsteps on the way out. We'll turn the darkroom lights back on. You see, when you step in, the lights are on and then it turns off because you've blown the fuse. So you have to turn them back on. They'll now be on when we go in there. We'll turn on the garage. We're also going to turn the keycard system off. And I've never gotten around to setting these indicators, and I'm going to do that now. I have to check my notes. Note, haha. These notes do not tell me how to do it. They tell me the target. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Right. Go. Okay, so that one stays off. That one glows to blue. That's not what I wanted to do. Pardon me while I mix that. Trying to remember how to set that one to white. I don't remember how to set it to white. Purple. That needs to be red. Well, I'll come back to it another time. Let's continue with some attempt at progress here. Haha, you don't get my 2 anymore, you jerk. Alright, there are no other doors, just the dark room. Way to the dark room is chapel south-south. That's not correct. It's east and then south. West and then south. All right. Okay, the light will be back on in the dark room, which is obviously no longer dark on account of its light is on. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? All right. Grade 1. All right. What goodies do we have? There's usually some goodies. There's usually a goodie over here. Oh, we have the card key. No, we have turned off the card key. Access. Well, the card key is now useless. But if we get the check room, we can drop it off. Right now, the card key is useless because we've turned off the card key system and powered it down. Well, actually, we set it to power down open and powered it down. So any room that has a card key, the card key will be open. I will try it. The lockpick. Eat my shorts. Note, shorts eating option. Dining room. I have no gems, by the way, at present. Means my options are severely limited. I did not reset it to back to high security. I forgot. Okay, we have dead-ended ourselves. Do I need 10 steps or 4 coin? I'd rather have 4 coin. We could get a purchasing thing over there. The 10 steps are not our limiting factor, I believe. We'll take our money. And maybe a banana. We are down to our last door. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. The billiard room or the lab? Billiard room can have keys. We are on a cursed run right now. Oh, I don't have the gem. Never mind. Let's go with the billiard room, shall we? Good choice. Excellent suggestion. Thank you for the advice. Okay, 9 plus equals 9. 3 squared. 9. 5 squared. 25 minus 5 is 20. 3 squared is 9, minus 1 is 8, divided by 4 is 2. 2 more keys. Anything hiding behind the bar? And yes, sometimes there is. Well, at least a number of times enough that I remember it again. The door is locked. We'll use the lockpick key. We're 0 for 2 on the lockpick so far. The foundation. We finally found the foundation on day 15. This is the foundation. It's the only room in the house other than the antechamber in this 45 that now will never move. This one doesn't move. But you'll note we can't go down because we ain't got the elevator appropriately available to us. And that's disappointing. However, we're actually in a position that's not bad. You know how to move it? Oh, well, don't tell me no spoilers, please. We're in a position that isn't terrible here. I would like to get to this room. It's another classroom that heads in a bad direction. Or the guest bedroom. I don't have the gems. I could choose the shitter or the guest bedroom. Oh, go. The guest bedroom. I'm tempted to just take the bathroom out of sheer spite. But I'm just spiting me. We got a gem. Well, this is helpful. Shitter is appropriate for this run? Yeah, it hasn't been great. Alright, we got 2 keys. You gotta be kidding. Well, it's dead ends everywhere, my friends. The run is cursed. Oh, we got 20 gold. We're going to blow it on something. It doesn't matter. I buy the shovel. It doesn't matter. Because even if I find... There is nothing I can find that can allow me to progress further. There are no doors to open. So finding keys or gems or anything else is not worth it. Shame I couldn't buy a third wind-up key. Warp? That's not just mean. That's mean-tempered. That's just vicious and brutal. I admire it. Let's get the salt shaker, because I haven't had that before. And the compass. And then we call it a day. The day's not a complete loss because we finally got the foundation. So there's that. Not a good day, but at least we finally got the foundation. It's a mid-sized villa. That's really... That's a backhanded compliment. Hey, Lens, you don't sweat much for a fat guy. That was a mid-sized villa. Next objective is to get the monk shrine buff so I can nuke my foundation. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to do. However, did you know? Alright, here we go again. Our allowance, 5 gold. We'll donate 1 to the cause. Bloop. The tomb. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, spread 5 in the tomb. 5 gold. I got the tomb before. Rooms your house will more likely... I think we'll go with that. Give me the best result possible with the shovel in here, please. No? Yeah, well. An early shovel would be nice. I'm going to try to go right straight down the middle because everyone knows you always get north-facing stuff. Closet. I'm going to be daring. Key it, Jim. Spare green room corridor. Wow. What do you think? Should I go for the storm and try and brick me with the worst run ever? Needs a shovel badly. Okay, and all 3 of these work. Feeling shamed by his last go at the wind-up puzzle, punished by his own arrogance, Lens chooses the key. 3 dead ends off the entrance. That would be pretty impressive, I would have to say. We will go with the den. Den is a fine room. Nice tea room, it has an extra gem in it. It's just filled with wind. We'll go ahead and go into this one first because it's a dead end, semi-dead end. The passageway makes no sense. The hallway makes no sense. The pantry makes perfect sense. Got an apple. I was hoping for a nanner. Maybe even an orange. Possibly a turnip. I mean, turnips are really good. I mean, not for eating, obviously. No human enjoys them, but that's not fair. They're part of Scottish cuisine. Hallway or the parlor insult trick? Hallway. Okay, it's the parlor. Here we go. The site of my humiliation. The gems are in the white box. Statements with the word white are always true. White, white, white. They can't all be true. That would be breaking the rules. So this is a lie. The gems are in the white box. The statement on the white box is true. No, the statement on the white box is a lie. Therefore, this is a lie. Therefore, this is the truth. Therefore, the gems are in the white box. In my shame, I thought I deserved to be able to open one with no keys this time. Don't be that way, Vorp. Don't be like you. Coat check, bedroom or kitchen? I think we want the bedroom. Let you and me adjourn to the bedroom. Now here's something you don't see every day, though, and that's a bedroom with two entrances. I mean, sure, a bedroom with an adjoining lavatory. I mean, have I just cursed myself? Did I miss a gem? I did, thank you. Going to the chapel, and we're going to get married. At the observatory. I have gems. Let us observe. Quick scan. Oh, no, okay, it's that. I thought we got the eye over one of the spheres, one of the celestial orbs, and I'd found a new thing. I mean, it's not like the center of a flower would have a gem or anything. Okay, Vorp. Sleep well. I have a 1 star. Nope, there's a 6 star. Farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious today. 7 stars. Mind you, there should be an apple in here so that you can eat it after you're done. I would really like a straight-through room, please. Fuck. Why do you hate me so much? I'm going with the office. I don't think I've had the office before in this run. Yeah, I have. Never mind. In here, you have that, which is used to open the safe. And then we have that. I think we can also disperse money from here. We'll run payroll. Oh, it's already been run. Can I spread gold? Let's spread gold. Number of gold have been spread about. Wait. I haven't put in a special order yet. Maybe I can't from here. Spoiler! Password coming. I am old enough to have used a 120/300 baud modem. Staff services. I would would like a special order. I would like to order a shovel. Approve that order. Any other goodies about? Right turn, please. Oh my god. Now there's a right turn. The Bedoyer are or tempting for the 3 keys, but we're going to go with the Bedoyer. Yes, I am intentionally mispronouncing that. Just it is the boudoir. It is Madame's boudoir. Ballroom. Oh, we haven't had the ballroom before. West Wing Hall is even better. Gives us a shorter path to the foundation. We really, really genuinely want to be able to make a right turn here and not get screwed by keys. That's unlikely. Yeah. Security is the only right answer there. It's not a perfect answer, but it is the right answer. Let's enter. What have I missed? I missed 10 coins and the trunk. The coins just got spread out from the office. I don't remember where I saw it. Didn't see the trunk, but I don't have a way to open the trunk anyway. Then I don't have keys on hand. Keycard system. Setting. Security level. Low. Offline mode. Unlocked. Let's try some. Less likely to be locked. The drawing room. The storeroom has a key. I think we're going to need a key. Alright, we are going to head back to the other room off the foundation. Now we have a key for that northern door. We want a right turn, please. Please, a right turn. The library will do. There's the book of the pump system. I have read all of this multiple times. So I know how it works. Now, I really, really, really would like this door to open. Please. Okay. So, we need one more key. Let's try the other door off security. Did we already try that one and that one was locked? I don't remember. I don't think we tried it. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so back into the storeroom, no. What we have left is the entrance hall getting into this area and the hallway and den getting into those areas. So we're across and then follow the route all the way to the hallway. The long and winding road. Yeah, this is some of the gold that was spread around, so. All right, this is a door we have not opened. The rumpus room. More gold. I am. My wealth runneth over. We'll go. I have 30 gold. Spend it on, but 30 gold. Not unusual for there to be another object in this room. The treasure map, which might be awesome if only I had the shovel. Room 2-6. Is that the foundation? That is the foundation. There's a special treasure in the foundation if I only had the shovel. I don't have the shovel. Let us spend a coin and get a prophecy. The great Alzara.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself
The sound of a coin dropping
face to face
is another
with the
euphemism for
great
someone finally
Alzara.
getting understanding of something.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Yes, Alzara, will you look into my future, please?
Yes,
Hot chicks?
the fog is clear.
Fat stacks of cash?
I see a shadow in the doorway. Silent footsteps in the hallways.
Okay.
An unlatched gate you did not open.
Never been able to open.
A missing item you did not take. I see a young boy watched from afar.
It always feels like somebody's
A
watching
young
me.
boy who once was brave, but now afraid. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
He's not that great.
Until
He's okay.
the dawn of the
He's
following
solidly above
day,
average.
I will have nothing more to say.
That's where we are. Locked door. Right. Okay. Next up for us is the den. Right? Yes. There's the thing we can't open because we don't have a hammer. Or a key. Not that we'd want to burn the key here. Corridor, the East Wing Hall. Let's go with the corridor. It's always unlocked. Kitchen, guest bedroom, or chapel? Chapel's only going to cost us 1 gold each way. We are flush in the terminology. Quick scour. Age chamber, lavatory, billiard room. Billiard room will do. Keys. This room has keys. Solve the puzzle. 9 plus, or plus 9 if you prefer. 9. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 18 minus 8 is 10. Times 4 is 40. Divided by 20 is 2. 20 plus 3 is 23. Minus 3 is 20. Times 3 is 60. Divided by 6 is 10. 2 keys. Okay. Now there's a reason you've been seeing me be sort of pseudo-obsessed with getting, how many steps? 32. May have a way of getting there from here. I now have a key I'm willing to burn. Guess it's going to be this one. But there's one key I want to hold on to. Okay, the courtyard. Not ideal. The gymnasium, however, is better. I'm willing to lose 2 steps. Not liking it, but willing. Okay, left turn. Oh my god. Okay, no. No, I cannot afford. I need to get into that space right there. I was hoping for a shortcut. The billiard room. We gotta go all the way back. It's gonna be a walk here. Let's see. All the way to the den. Yeah. Jerks. Let's see, if we go here, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can afford a couple of extra rooms. I'm not even going to bother risking it. This is too important for me to mess with. You'll understand when I get there. I'll explain everything. Trust me. Would I lie? Spoiler. Yeah, he might. He's kind of a jerk. If I don't screw this up anyway. Where are we? Yep. All right. Here we go. Attic, cloister, conference room. We've done the conference room. We're low on footsteps. The attic is almost, it's going to almost be a dead end, but it should give us what we need. Oh, maybe not. I may have screwed this up. Fuck, I did. I screwed it up. I screwed it up. I should have chosen one of the others. Oh. Spoiler coming up. The backside of the foundation has basically the gear that engages the elevator. But the attic has stairs up, which means they can't put it here. All of that work only for me to be a dumb. A great, big, stupid dumbhead. That's what I am today, a great, big, stupid dumbhead. My head is so dumb. I don't think I've ever had the magnifying glass that I could look at this one. I went through all that work to try and ensure that I could do that, and I fucked up. Oh, we have a note. How dumb am I? Dear Mrs. Marigold, thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we have come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, the material is a good fit with Ruffington's current catalog and therefore will not be pursuing a partnership at this time. If you provided us with a return envelope, we manage that we will return it. Thank you again for thinking of us here at Ruffington. Do not be discouraged to submit any work you complete in the future. We wish you every success in finding a home for your book. Change the ending to political. April 12th. Well, you can make it out. Most of the time what you're looking for here is stuff that you can't make out otherwise. And I think I'm dead in the water now, having screwed that up. 17 steps left. I think we can get there. No reason to not try to do something with it now that I've screwed it up so freaking badly. That was painfully stupid. And I knew it before, right after I'd clicked it. It occurred to me, attic is up. Oh no. Oh yes. Unfortunately, oh yes. I have the hammer now. I have a lot of money now if I had some way to spend it on not being stupid. Can I time travel? Can I spend my money on time travel to be less dumb? Probably not, huh? We've got 6 steps left. We're going to use it. The freezer is perfect. That's the best thing I could possibly get because it freezes the gems and gold until tomorrow. When I come in, it'll be waiting for me, I think, on the table. All is not lost. It's not a complete catastrophe. It's just not good. But that is going to be the end of the run. I mean, I can run around outside. Now, I'm not going to find anything. So I'm going to call it here, and I'm going to call it here. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me as always. I'm very appreciative. I should most likely not be back tomorrow, and we'll be back on Thursday, hopefully back at Expedition 33. That's my intended plan, knock on wood. I will note there are a couple of people streaming this later this evening, I think. One is Engelbert Meow. She'll probably be streaming in about an hour or two. Probably Guild Wars 2. She's very cool. Iron Maiden is also a Guild Wars 2 streamer for the most part, but I believe she's going to be playing City of Villains tonight, which she hasn't played for years. And that was like her first big MMO. And they're both cool and fun, and I will be watching one or both when I finish up here almost immediately. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I really do appreciate it. Back probably on Thursday with Expedition 33. Day will pass. Would that be Expedition 35 then? Anyway, again, thanks for hanging. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Tuesday goes great. Possibly Wednesday. Hoping Wednesday goes great regardless. Anyway, take care and ciao for now.